Parker Schnabel stands in the cold Yukon, where the wind whispers stories of gold. That he worked hard and didn't give up in the gold mines is something that many people can learn from. There is one thing, though. How much does Parker make? How much money does he have? Today, we're looking for answers to find out what this modern-day gold rush hero was really like. Parker Schnabel, a gold mining hero from the Yukon Territory of Canada, is known for his hard work and determination in the industry. Born on July 22, 1994, in Haines, Alaska, he inherited the great qualities of his grandfather, John Schnabel, who is the biggest name in the industry. At an early age, Parker began mastering the skill of gold mining in Porcupine Creek, Alaska, where his grandfather owned a mine. This was the moment when he fell in love with gold excavation. Parker's participation in the Discovery Channel reality show, Gold Rush, provided the first step towards his financial success. His strategic thinking and never-say-die attitude endeared him to the audience. As a teenager, Parker made his way through the ranks of the gold business, leading him to become a wealthy entrepreneur. Unofficial sources suggest that his net value is $8 million, which is proof of his unrelenting devotion and strategic excellence in the mining business. However, the exact amount of gold taken out by Parker is closely guarded information. Gold mining is a complex affair, and miners often guard their production figures to maintain a competitive advantage. The actual depth to which Parker Schnabel's gold mining activities are exposed to the mass media may never be fully unveiled. Despite his success, Parker keeps on breaking the limits with his quest to find new gold deposits and his deep love for the land. He does not believe in taking straight paths and is prepared to take on new challenges with each new season. In 2010, at only 16, Parker took out a mining claim on Porcupine Creek, and with a small crew, he started prospecting for gold. Parker demonstrated an outstanding talent for the art form, displaying skills and instincts beyond his age. He showed a sharp eye for gold spots that were often missed by others, making him different from the others. His talents went beyond just the science of gold mining. He had an instinct for the art of gold mining. With strategic planning and practical know-how, he came up with a new approach to gold extraction that was both efficient and profitable. His mining strategy was nothing less than artistic, adjusting his approach to the demands of the unpredictable environment. In conclusion, Parker Schnabel's story serves as a testament to his dedication, determination, and skill in the gold mining industry. His story serves as a reminder of the importance of perseverance, adaptability, and the power of determination in the face of adversity. Parker Schnabel, a gold mining prospector, has become a shining example for young miners, demonstrating that age is not a barrier to success in an industry where experience always comes first. His success as a prospector has grown, and his fame as a gold mining prospector has become a shining example for young miners. In 2012, Parker gained the attention of producers of the reality show Gold Rush, which follows the lives of several gold mining families in the Yukon Territory of Canada. Parker was a major player on the show and became a well-known person. He used his growing popularity to become his participation in the popular Discovery Channel show, Gold Rush, where he earns a substantial income from each episode. Parker's success is not just about the money, but also his unmatched ability and mastery as a gold miner. His fans have been glued to their screens for weeks, cheering him on unconditionally. In addition to his Gold Rush earnings, Parker has diversified his income through other ventures that include entrepreneurship. He has opened his own mining company and created a jewelry and clothing line, proving his ability to spot opportunities quickly. These enterprises define Parker's wealth and make him a force to be reckoned with in the business world. Despite his vast achievements and wealth, Parker remains down-to-earth and modest. He respects persistence, honesty, and determination above all else, and has never forgotten his origin as a young miner in Alaska. His genuineness and modesty have made him a favorite among fans and colleagues, and a beloved personality in the gold mining circles. Parker also earns a substantial income from his gold digging business, being a claim owner in the Yukon Territory and a consistent gold extractor. He has launched several firms, adding to his total capital. With great wealth comes great accountability, and the public is curious about how Parker spends all this cash. Parker Schnabel is living a life that many people cannot imagine, and he is doing it all with passion, determination, and a soft heart. When it comes to the finer things in life, Parker knows how to enjoy them. He owns 2 properties, one in Haines, Alaska, and one in the Yukon Territory. His house in Haines is a spectacle with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and breathtaking views of nearby mountains and forests. Parker's real estate empire is not limited to Alaska, as he has acquired a vacation rental property in the Yukon Territory. This property targets a broad spectrum of guests, earning him a large income. Parker's real estate investments are based on a mix of market research, financial analysis, and intuition. He diversifies his wealth across different asset classes, such as real estate, stocks, and business ventures to minimize risks and maximize potential returns. Each property in his portfolio acts as a brick in his financial future, providing stability, growth, and possibilities of wealth creation. The most impressive thing about Parker's real estate empire is his ability to adjust to the changing market. Over time, he remains flexible and responsive, adapting his investment strategy to take advantage of new trends and possibilities. Parker Schnabel, a gold mining legend and author, is not only known for his role on Discovery Channel's Gold Rush, but also for his passion for cars. He owns a fleet of high-quality vehicles, including the Ford Raptor, a rugged off-road truck, and a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, a luxury SUV. The Raptor is a head-turner with its bespoke design, glossy black with contrasting red highlights, and oversized tires, reflecting his character as brave, ambitious, and ready for the next adventure. Parker's Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon is renowned for its durability, performance, and luxurious interior, making it a symbol of his success and impeccable taste. The Jeep Wrangler, another popular off-road vehicle among outdoor enthusiasts and thrill-seekers, is the most popular off-road vehicle due to its rugged, even more successful, becoming a speaker and author, and building his line of gold mining equipment. Parker then branched into other industries such as jewelry and clothing. His jewelry company exploited the timeless appeal of gold and precious stones, providing customers with beautiful pieces that conveyed his mining passion and craftsmanship. His clothing firm focused on a small market of outdoor lovers and thrill seekers who were looking for durable and stylish clothing for their adventures in nature. What makes Parker stand out among other entrepreneurs is his ability to identify untapped market niches and use them advantageously. He can distinguish himself from competitors through innovation, creativity, and strategic thinking. Parker's business journey is truly unique due to his willingness to take risks and face challenges boldly. Starting as a teenage miner, he has been through a lot of struggles and disappointments in his life, but continues to explore new possibilities and motivate others to do the same. His strong work ethic, unyielding determination, and commitment to quality make him a true asset to the communities where he operates. Throughout his journey, Parker's family has always been there for him. His grandfather, John Schnabel, was a very big influence on his decision to pursue gold mining. He was never stopped from pursuing his goals by his parents. With dedication and perseverance, nothing is impossible for Parker. In 2016, Parker's grandfather, John Schnabel, died at the age of 92. Despite the pain of his loss, Parker's determination burned brighter than the weight of his grief. He returned to Porcupine Creek, where he had acquired mining skills from his grandfather. He knew that his grandfather would have expected him to continue his family tradition, to keep the dream of gold alive. Parker's new mine in the Yukon Territory was a labor of love that started with his grandfather's teachings and was continued by his unwavering dedication. When the first golden specks were found on the ground, it was a victory that had no comparison. Parker's quest was not finished yet, and the path ahead was riddled with difficulties and obstacles. He never hesitated from his determination to succeed, and found inspiration in the memory of his grandfather and the knowledge that he was following a proud family tradition. Parker Schnabel, a successful gold miner and a role model for many children worldwide, understands that making a profit and taking care of the environment go hand in hand. He is committed to safeguarding the territory and minimizing the negative effects of mining operations, demonstrating his character and principles. Responsible mining is not just a marketing slogan for Parker, it is a lifestyle. He realizes that mining can have a severe impact on the environment, from habitat destruction to water pollution. He has decided to do everything he can to minimize the operation's impact on the environment. Parker demonstrates this through the application of rigorous environmental rules at his mines, such as recovery efforts and water management strategies. Parker's environmental management is not limited to the fulfillment of environmental regulations. He is always willing to go the extra mile, looking for more environmentally friendly mining practices that put the gold mining may look very careful and serious, but even the most skilled miners make mistakes from time to time. Miners have had their fair share of ups and downs, from small mistakes that are easy to miss to big ones that cost a lot of money and make team members angry. Come with us as we look into the most stupid parts of the gold rush, putting the $1 million dredge down. The dredge owned by Tony Beets sank for the second time in 6 weeks. He was told to go down and check on the dredge, even though it was his day off. What Tony saw when he got there could have been better. That machine held a lot of money, and it was just sitting there. It wasn't a happy moment. It looked like the team knew how bad things were, but they didn't know where to begin. The issue had to be fixed, but it was extra hard because the machine had to work by the time Tony got back. They were working on the pontoons to get rid of the water and get the dredge to float again. They thought something was broken. The pontoons quickly filled with water. Knowing how bad things were getting, one of the team members just turned around and signed, saying that Tony and Kevin would not be happy with this. When they tried to fix things quickly, there was too much water in the pontoons, so they just tried to lighten the load to get rid of the weight. They were sure that the boss would not be happy with them because the company loses about $1,000 an hour when the digger is not working. In the end, that's a lot of cash. They set up 6 pumps to drain the water to fix the problem with the pump that was sinking, but they knew they were losing. They didn't even believe the pumps could do the job. Mike really helped them out by getting a strong pump that could move 3,000 liters of water per minute. After fixing the pump, they left it to do its job. They remembered that $1,000 went by every hour. They had been pumping for water for 12 hours and spent $12,000 on it. They finally pumped the water out of the pontoons. They needed to figure out why the digger sank in the first place. When Roger Redball looked at the dredge and saw that the doors were open, it was a big surprise. The team had been working on their own problems and trying to get through the cut. They realized that this wasn't a natural or technical failure, but rather an error made by a person. Because the doors were open, sand and water could get into the pontoons and cause the dredge to sink. The whole thing was their fault. When Tony and Kevin got back from the sale, they did what they were supposed to do and asked what happened. The mine boss still wanted to know why the doors were left open, even after he knew what had happened. It turned out that the night shift team was to blame. They weren't looking at the digger. Now that the pontoons were fixed, Tony didn't want to point the finger at anyone. He just wanted to turn the dredge around and use it again. Again, the groundwater and water from the holding pond made the dredge design, removable top, and legendary 4-wheel drive capabilities. The Chevrolet Silverado, a versatile and capable vehicle, has been modified to suit Parker's specific needs, making it a reliable and dependable companion for everyday driving and off-road exploration. In addition to his practicality and performance, Parker's cars are an expression of his personality and interests. Every vehicle in his collection has a story behind it, some telling about his love for an off-road adventure or his taste for luxury and style. He is living the good life, with his real estate holdings and car collection being what they are. However, the real issue is what will happen to Parker after that. He has the energy and determination to achieve anything, and who knows what other victories he will achieve in the future. One thing is for sure, Parker Schnabel is living his dream and doing it in style. Parker Schnabel is also a great author, having written 2 books that provide insight into his exceptional life. His debut book, Golden Dreams, the memoir Chasing Golden, Finding My Fortune in the Yukon, provides readers with a fascinating insight into his incredible journey. With vivid storytelling and candid reflections, Parker leads readers on an unforgettable journey, recounting the hardships, victories, and valuable lessons that he learned during this period. From the very beginning of his gold mining career in Alaska, Parker encountered many hurdles on his way to success. As the grandson of famous gold miner John Schnabel, Parker spent his childhood in the mining culture and learned the craft from his early days. One of the main problems that Parker faced was to be recognized as a reputable and successful miner in his own right. With limited resources and experience, he ventured into the difficult business of renting a claim on Porcupine Creek and starting his own mining operation. With the growth of his mining operation, his reputation in the industry became more and more known. His talent for discovering gold in areas not noticed by others earned him the reputation and respect of his colleagues. During his process, Parker met many interesting people who gave him diverse ideas about the business. This voyage of self-discovery, growth, and change was a testament to his courage, stability, and unyielding determination. Parker Schnabel's 2 books, Golden Dreams and Audacious Gold, offer readers a unique perspective on the gold mining industry. In Golden Dreams, Parker shares his personal experiences and challenges readers to pursue their own goals, no matter how unattainable they may seem. His second book, Audacious Gold, How I Turned Passion into Profit, provides an exclusive look into the gold mining business, sharing the knowledge, strategies, and wisdom he has acquired in the industry. The main theme of Audacious Gold is Parker's profound knowledge of the complexities of the gold mining business. He covers A lot of people work hard behind the scenes to keep Parker Schnabel's Yukon mining business running, but fans want to know how much Parker's crew members get paid while they risk their lives and limbs churning pay dirt 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the harsh Klondike, which workers make almost $500,000 a year running Parker's risky business. Come along on this fun trip as we look closely at how much Schnabel's group makes. Gold Rush is a hit show on the Discovery Channel that keeps the attention on young mining mogul Parker Schnabel every week. Millions of people follow his brave journey to get gold from the harsh Klondike Desert. Fans watch Parker lead the way in each important mining milestone, but they don't notice the daily risks and sacrifices of his entire staff. Parker was very open on social media when he talked about what his hardworking team gets to take home after months of digging. His openness was a welcome gift for all the people who want to know how much these regular workers on his salary make. Parker says that the new workers on his Yukon mine crew put in 75 hours a week for weeks during the short summer mining season. In general, they make about 34 Canadian dollars an hour. Paying by the hour might sound like a pretty cool job, but Parker's claim, which is based on being physically and mentally drained to the limit, says it's about CAD 65,000 over 25 weeks, or about 6 months, because of the hard Yukon winter that stops digging. Taxes and living costs at camp are taken into account, and new crew members' take-home pay gets closer and closer to CAD 40,000. It was a very hard job. Parker also said that teams work 12-hour shifts that are very strictly scheduled and start working together at 7 a.m. until 7 o'clock at night, when the summer sun in Alaska lets it. As the short season grows older and the days get shorter, shift changes begin at 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Parker gives his best workers some nice bonuses, even though the starting pay may not seem like much for the amount of work that is expected. The mine's huge fleet of rock trucks are some of Schnabel's most valuable assets, and the machine workers who are in charge of them can make more than $40,000 a year in Canadian dollars. These skilled miners drive huge Caterpillar trucks that can carry up to 50 tons of ore from the fields to the wash plant. Their never-ending runs are key to beating Parker's high 4,000-ounce, $6 million season gold goal. Even though it's hard on their bodies and takes a lot of time, workers who are put in charge of these important tasks could make 6 figures. Thanks to Parker's openness, fans now know more about how much Parker's crew makes. However, it's important to remember that the numbers he shared are medians and averages, not exact amounts. Pay for entry-level jobs changes depending on experience, bonuses are kept secret, and the amounts given could be in Canadian dollars instead of US dollars. As we've already talked about, Schnabel's new crew members work 75-hour weeks their first season. In just 5 days, that's more than twice as many hours as a normal 40-hour office job. And when mine is busy and there is a lot of daylight, those long shifts last from 7 a.m. until just before midnight. There are millions of dollars at stake every season, and sitting idle cuts into profits too much. And when your boss is a taskmaster like Parker Schnabel, you can't skip steps or take too long to do something. Speaking of the boss, let's see how much does Parker, but this time in a truck that was in good shape and had been signed out. The newbies were full again. More trucks were better. We saw Tony having trouble with water and his dredge, but he wasn't the only one who had trouble with water because of a mistake. Parker has his fair share of water issues. In his case, he almost lost all of his wolf cut pay, a mining site that is now underwater. Parker was looking for a pay streak in the 4-acre wolf cut on the far side of his Alaskan claim. He hoped that it would bring him at least 1,000 ounces this season. The group was trying to get to pay dirt 30 feet below, but they had to dig out 1,000 yards of extra material. 4 more feet would bring them to the water, and then it would be 30 feet to the rocks. But it looked like it was cooler than it really was. It would be very hard for them because they were working next to a pond. Frozen mud was the best option because it kept the water out. Recruit John Baudry was told to deal with the mud and keep the water out, but it looked like the cut was pretty wet. They called their boss to stop things before they got worse. It turned out that the mud got worse as they opened up more places. They still hadn't cut out even a fifth of the hole. There is an old pond next to the wolf cut. There was only a small berm between them. They dug down and found frozen ice that stopped the water from getting in. Now, it let water from the pond seep through the berm and fill the cut. Soon there will be a lot of water in the area. There was a need for action to save the day. They thought getting a pump would be the best thing for them to do. Parker's plan to stop the water was to dig a pond into the ground at the cut's deepest point and put in an 8-inch pump to clear it. After setting it up, They had to wait until the next day. You might be wondering what went wrong with the plan now. The plan as a whole was good and seemed to work, but how could you choose a pump to drain that much water without first making sure it works and fixing any problems it might have? The next day, everyone on the team went for a hike to check out their nice, dry wolf cut. But they were about to get a big shock. Where did their pump go? It looked like the pump was gone, and instead of a cutting that was completely dry, they found a lake. The pump system had broken down, filling the cut and putting the pump 4 feet below the water level. $500,000 were about to slip through their hands. The pump was so deep that they couldn't even walk up to it. Tyson had to pull a small kayak out with a chain in the excavator to get the pump to dry ground where they could work on it. The question was why they didn't work on it the day before and save time and money. Mark Fors, the foreman, said that the debris was blocking the suction filter at the end of the hose, which caused the water level to rise and cover the whole pump. He had to disassemble and repair the engine and come up with a plan to protect the pump from more flooding. This could have been done the day before, which would have saved them the whole night. His wolf almost got cut by this mistake, but Parker also did something shockingly stupid, and he almost had to say goodbye to Big Red. Parker's horrible mistake. Parker had finally realized a lifelong dream by digging his own Klondike claim. But with only a year left on the water lease, he only had one session to find all the gold on the huge 115-acre property. It only took him a little over 8 years to grow his Alaskan business from 2 people to 17 people and millions of dollars in sales. Dean, his foreman, quit, so he had to do some things as a foreman to get the company going. He was now in charge of everything as the manager. It made sense for him to do it because he knew more about the process than anyone else on his crew. The Chester Cut was being mined by his team. His mechanic, Mitch, was taking care of the big machinery, fixing the trucks, and getting them ready for work. Bree Harrison, who was operating the loader, was moving gold-rich pay dirt through Big Red and getting rid of the useless process rocks and dirt. Brennan Ruock put the dirt that Bree was going to use through the wash plant. There was no standing foreman to be seen during any of this. Everyone was working on their own jobs. He still hadn't shown up to tell the team what to do that day. They were already weeks behind, and has established a line of gold mining equipment. A published author as well, he penned 2 books, namely Gold Rush, My Story, and Parker Schnabel's Gold Rush, Alaska, providing insights into his experiences as a gold miner. This multifaceted approach to wealth creation highlights Parker Schnabel's business acumen beyond the glitz of reality television. Because Schnabel is so open, his work shows us what might be coming next. The most important question is whether the people who want to work there can handle the long hours, sore feet, and boring jobs that are needed to not only find gold specks, but also fill pockets with coins. Now let's take a look at some of Parker's thrilling finds. Parker, 27, says he mined nearly 7,000 ounces of gold worth $12.8 million with days left in his season. He advised putting as much gold in the box as quickly as possible and making as much money as possible to fund a second procedure next year. Prior to the Yukon winter freezing them out, Parker needed to collect nearly 350 ounces of gold to beat his record. Parker relied on factory manager Tyson Lee and top technician and informant Mitch. He confirmed they spent more than last year. He had spent $5.4 million going to the bottom of Mud Mountain and hadn't broken even, but he was on a roll. If enough were there, Parker claimed he could win big. Parker noted that the remaining drilling was the best, therefore, there remained optimism. Mitch and operator Damon Brown were ready to remove the last gold-rich pay dirt. Mitch stated they have to deliver the last road payment to Big Red and draw the dewatering pump to finish Mud Mountain Cut. Considering their inventory before they started, Damon said Mud Mountain had 1 hopper. Mitch praised Damon's work and advised shutting down the factory. Mitch whooped with joy when they shut down Big Red at Mud Mountain for the last time. Mitch stated they would know the gold totals once Chris completed the final cleanup and see how much they could obtain. Parker told his team hours after the sluices stopped that they would get little gold in a season with many bills. Parker inquired what they wanted to do to solve it. Parker sought another rapid score before winter, still short of last year's 7,500-ounce total. Parker reminded them that when Mitch tore up the road at the airfield in Zone 3, they still felt the land below was fine. There was still possibility. Mitch's risk to mine ground under a road at the airfield for 281.50 ounces paid off earlier in the season. Parker said he will relocate a wash plant to that part of road near the river to start setting things up. Mitch could start that and prepare his staff, right? Mitch agreed they could. Parker quipped that he would clean gold again since there was a lot. Parker's 5M gold haul. Nona, a crew member, accidentally ruined a big red pipeline. The system suffered considerable damage. Nona called for aid. The dozer had snagged and torn the pipeline in half, releasing everything from the wash facility. It split the pipeline in two and also destroyed the wash plant manifold. As bypass, this provided plant water to the pre-wash. This was considered the worst possible situation at the time. She was gone. This has earned her a good reputation, as many Gold Rush fans like her pictures and support her new hustle. Her profile is adorned with numerous snapshots capturing her moments in nature, showcasing her deep love for the outdoors. There's a delightful friendship evident between Morgan and her claim boss Rick, as she even shared a photo of the two of them before her reality TV debut, playfully captioning it, "Let me tell you about my best friend." The news of Rick Ness's team welcoming a new member, Morgan Lauren, in Gold Rush Season 14, has ignited a wave of excitement and anticipation among the show's dedicated audience. Fans are buzzing with curiosity and enthusiasm as they eagerly await Morgan's appearance on the screen. Morgan Lauren is attractive, and her excitement makes fans speculate that she is perfect for Rick. Social media platforms are abuzz with discussions and speculations, reflecting the audience's anticipation for the upcoming season, and their overwhelming support for Morgan. As she embarks on this challenging and adventurous journey alongside Rick Ness and the crew, the audience's collective excitement is palpable, making the wait for the new season of Gold Rush even more thrilling. While she is not the first female to be taken in by Rick Ness, she has to be very cautious due to what had happened earlier. In Season 12, Rick Ness welcomed a new female member to his crew, marking the arrival of rookies like Leah Turnbull. Leah left a lasting impression right from her debut, albeit not in the way she had hoped. She had accidentally crashed an expensive truck into a silt pond. Despite the rocky start, her unforgettable entrance into the team has firmly planted her in the thoughts of Discovery viewers, making her a topic of conversation among the show's audience. Hopefully, Morgan will not follow in Leah Turnbull's accidental footsteps. Season 14 brought on excitement and not for the gold mine. It reached new heights when it became clear that Rick had formed a romantic relationship with a new member of his crew. This development sparked even more interest among fans, who couldn't help but notice the undeniable chemistry between Rick and Morgan Lauren in recent episodes. As they witnessed the two working closely together, suspicion grew. Was there something beyond just a professional connection between Rick and Morgan? The unfolding storyline had fans buzzing with anticipation, eager to see where this newfound dynamic would lead. Morgan has seamlessly integrated into Rick's crew, shouldering challenging tasks such as operating heavy equipment and meticulously washing gold amidst the pressures of the gold mining operation. Despite the daunting nature of her responsibilities, Morgan appears to derive a sense of resilience and determination, perhaps fueled by her growing connection with Rick. His unwavering reliance on her skills serves as a testament to their strong partnership, evident in their shared moments both within the confines of their work and in their personal interactions. Their union has not gone unnoticed, as fans of the show have observed intimate moments between them both on camera and behind the scenes, sparking speculation about the true nature of their relationship. This speculation only intensifies with Morgan's activity on social media platforms, particularly on her Instagram page, where she frequently shares glimpses into her life. Among these posts are images that hint at a profound closeness with Rick, further fueling the rumors and leaving viewers eager to uncover the truth behind their dynamic. In a certain snapshot, Rick is seen carrying Morgan, their smiles reflecting a warmth and friendship that seemed genuine and unscripted. Another photograph captures them standing side by side, their closeness visible against the backdrop of what appears to be a serene and intimate setting. These moments, frozen in time, have left fans of the show buzzing with curiosity about the true nature of their relationship. As fans search through Morgan Lauren's social media profiles, a pattern emerges. She appears to be unattached, seemingly single, and open to new relationships. This observation ignites speculation among followers, who eager the hustle and bustle of the gold mining operation, subtle exchanged glances, heartfelt hugs, and genuine smiles between Carla and Rick didn't go unnoticed. These moments ignited rumors and speculation about a potential romantic relationship brewing between the two, sending fans into a frenzy of curiosity. As usual, the fans were ready to exploit the companionship between the two and hoped that something more was happening. For some, this was a good thing, while others simply wanted to watch the miners work. The speculation reached such heights that Rick found himself addressing it directly on Twitter, responding to inquiries about their relationship status. Cases where bosses have flirtations with their employees are kind of frowned upon, and this time was no different. Despite his attempts to clarify, the speculation continued, fueled by the undeniable chemistry witnessed on screen. Fans, caught up in the drama and romance of it all, even humorously suggested that Rick should employ his gold mining skills to craft an engagement ring for Carla, highlighting the extent to which their imagined romance had captured the imagination of viewers. Imagine how beautiful of a wedding that would be. However, Rick made it clear from the beginning that his relationship with Carla was purely platonic, emphasizing that their bond is similar to that of siblings rather than romantic partners. Despite the fervent hopes of some fans, there exists no romantic entanglement between the two co-stars. Instead, their connection is rooted in a deep and abiding friendship. Rick's most recent romantic involvement was with Lise, a fellow co-worker on the show. Their relationship, however, has been characterized by tumultuous highs and lows. Rick and his former fiancée, Lise, navigated through a roller coaster of emotions, enduring multiple separations and reconciliations. When a beloved gold rush boss like Rick Ness finds himself caught in such a rocky relationship, the fans talk. It was therefore expected that fans would choose someone else for Rick to partner with. Rick's relationship with Lise took a very serious turn, as he showed that he was ready to cuff her. At one point, Rick proposed to her, a moment that Lee Marie shared online, capturing the excitement with a photo of the engagement ring, while she was still inside the jewelry store, symbolizing their journey of love and commitment amidst the challenges of their public personas. However, a few months later, Lise revealed that Rick had been unfaithful to her, which ultimately led to their breakup. Surprisingly, despite the betrayal, they found themselves back together during the holiday season, although their engagement was officially off. It was Lee Marie who shared the news with fans that Rick intended to return to Gold Rush for the upcoming season. Sadly, their reconciliation was short-lived, as the two later broke up again. Rick Ness is no exception to the recent series of drama events that have unfolded, involving him, his ex-fiancée Lise, and crew member Morgan Lauren. Just 3 weeks ago, Rick announced to the world that he was back with Lise. However, the celebration was short-lived. Just days after Valentine's Day, Lise took to Instagram to announce their breakup, accompanied by shocking accusations. Amidst the chaos, a new character emerged, Morgan Lauren, a new member of Rick Ness's crew in Season 14. Rumors circulated that Morgan and Rick might have been romantically involved, adding another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama. The story took an unexpected turn when Lise publicly criticized Morgan Lauren on her Instagram account. Lise expressed her frustration, claiming that Morgan had been spreading negativity about her through texts and social media. Lisa's post included screenshots of the alleged conversations, painting Morgan as a clout-chasing troublemaker. In response to Lisa's post, Rick Ness entered the scene by leaving a comment defending himself